All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Destiny Prater. I'm a 1-star platinum. This is going to be a pretty simple training. We're just going to go over the basics on how to create a JotForm to gather information from your client. So that way you guys have all the information and are able to go and create the best quote for your guys' clients. I know that one of the main questions we all get, a lot of us leaders, is, what questions do I ask the client? So I think this will also help with that as well. So the website is called JotForm. I'm going to put the link in the chat box for those of you that are actually going to be following along, doing it right along with me. If not, you guys can just save the link. It's just jotform.com. And all a JotForm is, it's an online form builder. It's a really easy one. It's just a drag and drop. It's kind of like Google Forms, if you guys are familiar with that, like Google Docs, Google Forms. This is just a little bit more, you can actually edit things a little bit better, and I like to make my things more like personal and more customizable. So that's kind of what this does. That's why it's different than Google Forms. So that's why I use this instead. So you will need to create an account. The first thing you guys will need to do is click sign up and create an account. I already have an account, so I'm not going to create another one, but you guys will need to create one. Are there people right now that will be creating their account right now as we speak? Because if so, I can give you guys just a couple minutes to do that before I continue. If not, then we'll just continue. Use the chat box. Is there anybody that's going to create? Okay, you guys are going to wait till later. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll just go ahead and get started. You did yours earlier. Okay, awesome. You guys are thinking ahead. Kendra, all you got to do is click sign up, and then it'll have you enter your email, your name, and all that, and you'll get a verification email, and then that's literally all you'll have to do. Okay, you did that. Awesome. All right, then we'll go ahead and get started, you guys. I'm just going to log in because, like I said, I already have an account. So this is free. The number one thing I wanted you guys to know with this is free. They do have paid plans you can get, but for everything that we really need it for, we don't need to pay for it. I just do the free version. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you guys exactly what my form looks like, so that way you guys can kind of see what we're going to be creating today. And then I'm actually going to walk you through exactly how I create my forms. And then you guys will be able to kind of edit it the way you want and put things the way you want, as far as like colors and fonts and questions you're going to be asking your clients. So just because I'm doing my form a specific way does not mean that you guys have to do yours that way. But I will show you the one I created. I'm just going to go to the view mode just so you guys can really see what the clients see. So anytime I get a quote request from a client, I will actually just send them this link right here. And when they open the link, this is what they're going to see. This actually did not take very much time to make. I know it seems like it would take a long time, but it really doesn't take that long because JotForm is just like a drag and drop type of thing. So I made mine all on one page. There's definitely different ways you guys can do this, and I'll show you all of that. But yeah, I just made it like different tabs. So they, their contact information is all in here. Preferred contact method, best time to contact them. And we're going to go through all this. I'm actually going to do the complete form with you guys. So I'm going to try to talk really fast and get everything into 1 hour. Yes, Jan, I see you're just getting on. We are just going to create a JotForm to gather trip information so that way we can create quotes for our clients. So this is a form that we're going to send out to our clients, and they're going to fill it out, and we're going to receive it in our email, and it's going to have all their information on it. So right now I'm just showing you guys what my form looks like, and then we're actually going to go through and create one. So this is what my form looks like. So there's their contact information tab, and then we have basic trip information. So everything that's going to apply, you know, flight, rental car, hotel, cruise, where they're departing from, is it a group right here, and then, you know, departure dates, all that, are they flexible, what their budget is, you know, if they want payment plans, if they're going to pay in full. Let's see, we can go to traveler information. This is just basically, you know, the number of adults, children, everybody's names, birthdays, passport numbers, and all that. Ages of the children, discounts. And then, I mean, it just keeps going, you know, about the flight information, you know, if they're doing car rental. And obviously, if there was something in here that you can send this form any way you want, text, Facebook, email, however you want to send it. It's just a link you'll send, so you can send it anyway. But yeah, so car rental, and obviously if there was something that didn't apply to their trip, they just wouldn't fill it out. You know, accommodations for their hotel, activities, is there any activities that they're looking for? And that I even gave them an area to be able to type out if they're looking for something specific. And then last minute details, anything they want to add. And then after they fill this out, they'll just click submit, and I'll actually get it in my email. Can't remember exactly what it says, but at the end, I'll actually show you guys what it says. If you guys remind me, I'll show you exactly what it looks like when it comes to your email. So I'm actually going to be having this form on my other screen here, and I'm going to kind of reference back and forth so that way I don't forget any information when we go through and create a new one. So right now we're going to we're going to go back to our JotForm page, and we're going to click create form. So there's many different ways you guys can do this. We can start from scratch, which is what I usually do. They also have templates, and you can also import existing forms. Which that just means, like, if you happen to come across a JotForm that you've seen that you really liked, you could actually paste a link in there and it'll import that exact form, and you'll be able to edit it the way you want. I recommend just creating your guys' own. You guys can even start out with a template. Like if you click template and go up to the top and type in travel, there is many different travel booking forms. There's so many different ones, and you guys can actually preview them. And if you want to use the template, so see, they did theirs different. They did, you know, a few questions, and then you would click next, and more questions would pop up, or whatever. So I did mine different. I did mine all on one page. But if you wanted to use this template, you could click use template, and you guys could go and edit everything, you know, the logo, the colors, the font, the questions. You guys will be able to completely customize it for free. So that's great. And there's hundreds and thousands of templates on here. But I'm just going to go ahead and create one from scratch because I like to customize things the way I like them. So, and there's other forms on here other than travel forms. There's contact forms. So for those of you that have websites and things like that. Oops. Oh no. That might be something that you guys might want to use this for as well. Okay, so let's create our form. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to go to classic form, and basically that is how everything's on one page here. If you click on card form, it's just going to be like 1 or 2 questions per screen, and then they'll have to click next. I just think that's kind of long and drawn out, so I just do everything on one page, and I do little taps like I had it set up. So we are going to create a brand new form. I'm just going to show you guys the basics. I mean, I'm going to point out a few things that way when you guys are doing this yourself, you guys can actually go in and edit things the way you want, as far as fonts, questions, and things like that, design, everything. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the theme. You guys can change the theme of your form to pretty much anything you want. I love how customizable they make it for you guys. So over here on the right-hand side, this is for theme, okay? And this is for, over here on the left-hand side, is for like adding questions to your form and things like that. They call them elements. So over here on the right-hand side, we're going to change the theme. And so they have different color schemes you guys can use. If you guys just want like solid colors, you can choose one of these. You guys can even come down here and really customize it the way you want. You know, you can change the color to pretty much anything you want. So that changed the background color. That's the page color. And then the form color is this form right here. You can actually change that to anything you want. I don't know if you guys don't like the colors, then what you guys can do is do what I did. And for the page image, which is the background here, you can actually put a photo on there, like how I have mine right here. I had to put a photo back there. You guys can do that. Just make sure the photo you choose is more of like a background photo, because you don't want it to be hard to read. And it's a form. It's not, you know, I would try to make it as open as possible. So I guess maybe like the ocean or something like that, some type of a destination maybe. So I'm just going to do a solid color for this one. But yeah, so, and then if you guys scroll down, you can actually change font colors, which I'm just going to leave them black for now. I'm just going to do basic stuff here, but you guys can customize it any way you want. They do have an advanced theme designer, and that is where you really can get in and change the way your fonts look, spacing of certain things. It's a little bit more for advanced. So if you're not too worried about that advanced stuff, then I wouldn't worry about it. If you're not very tech savvy, then I definitely would not worry about it. I know I mess with it just a little bit, but if this is your first time using JotForm, I probably just wouldn't mess with it right now, because I don't want you guys to mess your form up and get confused or anything like that. So there's for the theme, okay? Now what we're going to do is, and throughout us creating our form, up here on the right hand side, we can always click preview form. It'll show us exactly what our form will look like. So it'll show you what it looks like on a desktop, tablet, and a phone. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the editing. Okay. All this seemed pretty easy so far, you guys. Pretty basic. I mean, nothing too technical, nothing too hard right now. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we need to have a header, obviously. I'm going to, and this is how easy this is. I'm going to trash this right here. This is how easy this is. Literally, this is the header section, and this is just a drag and drop site. So you can click on this and come over here and drag and drop it to wherever you want. So obviously, on my form from before, I had travel request form as the header. So we can put that. You guys can put anything you want. I mean, really, I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be what I'm putting. And then if you guys click on settings, you can come in and change the heading size, large, small, however you guys want it. You guys can center it. make it look nice. I mean, you can literally customize this any way you want. If you guys wanted to have this specific box have a background photo, you could do that. But I'm not going to do all that technical stuff right now. And then, so the subheading is something down here below. What I put on mine, well, for my other form, I put, please complete this form in full detail. Once completed, I will schedule a phone consultation with you to go over everything down to the last detail if necessary. And then I just said, thank you. Now let's get to planning your trip. So after they fill this form out, I put that because sometimes I like to get on the phone with them. If I seen something on the form that I wasn't 100% sure about or wanted to double check with them about, you know, you can get on there and call them. You can even go on there and call them and just to double check that everything's correct. Whatever you guys want to do. Okay. I'm going to make that small. I don't know if it'll let me here. I think you can. It's probably going to be in the more, there we go. Made my heading small, but that's okay. Okay, so now we're going to get to the questions that we're going to be asking our clients. Okay, so the first thing we obviously need to gather is contact information from the client. So let's see here, let me open up my form. I got my form pulled up on my other page here, you guys, just so I can make sure I'm not forgetting any information. So obviously the first thing that we need to gather from our client would be, you know, their name. I don't know why. There we go. See, so I just drag and dropped this. So this is going to put their first and last name in there. I'm just going to put this as your name. And then we can get their address. So now we're going to come over here to address, drag and drop it. And it's going to gather their address. And I'm pretty sure if you guys want to make these boxes smaller, you can come over here and click on settings, and you can make the box required. So if you absolutely want them to put their name, which for the contact information, I usually require all that information, but it's up to you guys how you guys want to do your form. And then I believe you can like put it, have it centered to the left, to the right, or in the middle, however you guys want to do it. Oops. There is a way to make these boxes smaller, but that would be in the more advanced stages. So I'm just going to do the basics for you guys. So here's the address. So they can input their address. I want to make sure we get their email because we want to be able to contact them from many different ways, just in case. Okay. And then obviously we need their phone number. And then I usually put best contact, phone number. And then on my form, I did put, right here, I'll show you guys, I did put preferred contact method and then best time to contact. It's just always some good information to know. So let's see, how did I do that? Preferred contact method. There is options down here for where you can have them select just an option or a multiple choice box. So what I'm going to do is, and if you look at this form over here where it says preferred contact method, it is a multiple choice selection. So they can come in here and select however they want to be contacted. So what we're going to do is click right here, single choice, Sorry, not multiple choice, it's single choice. And then you can just type preferred contact method. I spelled that wrong. And then obviously you guys would change these options to email, phone. You guys could put both or no preference. It's completely up to you how you guys, I mean, if you guys don't want to put some of these things in here, you totally do not have to. I'm just showing you how I do mine. So, and then of course you guys can center it however you guys want to have your form. Usually I would go through and make it something like go in and make it super pretty and, you know, change font sizes and all of that, which you guys can do all that stuff. You just have to go in here and click on, it's usually in the advanced sections, or on the theme. If you guys go back to your theme, there is an advanced section at the very bottom of that, and you guys can go in and change literally everything, the size of the boxes and everything, but I'm just doing the basics. So preferred contact method, and then we're going to do best time to contact is another thing I put. I'm going to go ahead and skip that one for right now, because the other thing I want to show you was I asked for their time zone. I think this is important to know. So let me show you how you guys can get that information really easy. Let's see here, where is, okay, so it's going to be a drop down menu. Okay, so this is what we're going to click on. We're going to bring it over here. And then we're going to click on, we're going to type in your time zone. And then I feel like time zone's one word. Maybe it's not. Anyway, if you guys click on the settings, there is something in here that will let you, let's go options. Okay, so right here, if you guys click on options, predefined options, so we can do the states. So if we were doing a drop down for what state they live in, what country they live in, a year, genders, days, months, time zones. So we're going to do time zones. So that means whenever they click on that form, all the time zones are going to pop down. So if you guys want to actually see what it looks like, click on preview form, and you can actually click on it and all the time zones are in here. So they'll be able to select their certain time zone. I know it adds a ridiculous amount of time zones, but they're all in there. So they'll be able to get their certain time zone in there. Okay. Let's see. So that's just some, you know, basic contact information. There was, okay, so I did want to show you guys this really quick, just that way you guys know how to make your form nice and neat. So down here, over here on the elements side, there are page elements. So there's divider sections, so you can divide each section up as far as like contact information, trip information, and all that. There's page breaks and there's section collapse. So mine, what I did for mine was a section collapse, which just means they click on it and then they can close it back. Okay, so that's what, if you just want to see how to do that, I believe I just drag and drop it up here to the top. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. Let's see. Let me preview the form to double check if that's right. Okay, yes. Okay, so, and then you can edit the text. So this would be their contact information. Did that seem super hard? I mean, does this seem pretty easy so far, you guys? Drag and drop. I mean, it's kind of like you play around with it and you will figure it out. But I'm just showing you a few basics. Okay, good. I'm glad, because I was really worried that I was not going to explain it well. So yeah, so now we have the contact information tab in, which we've seen how it looked on preview. It looked really good. So they'll be able to click on that, go in and fill out that information. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our editor and we're going to add another drop down here at the bottom. So as long as you put this first, and then so for whatever section you're doing, so our next section is going to be basic trip information. So as long as this is up above all the information that you're wanting underneath it, it'll automatically like collapse all that information, if that makes sense. So now for our basic trip information. Okay, obviously we need to figure out what it is that they're wanting to book. So if you look at my basic trip information, you can kind of see the different questions I was asking them. And if you guys want screenshots, feel free to take screenshots of the questions I ask. This will also be recorded, so you guys will be able to see this later too, but I know some people like the screenshots. Okay, so the first thing I put was interested in booking. So what are they interested in booking? So we're going to come over here, and because of time, you guys, I'm not going to go through every single little line that I put in, but the ones that I think you guys might not know how to do, like the dates, the text box and things like that, I will show you guys all that, so don't worry. But so we are going to do what are they interested in booking. So we're gonna do we want to do a multiple choice, just in case they have multiple different things that they're wanting to book. So we're gonna drag and drop our multiple choice box over here. We can put interested in booking and change the options to flight, rental car, hotel, resort, cruise. I mean, there's other things you guys can add. Obviously, you guys can do like concerts or activities or whatever. This is just basic. But yeah, you guys can do all that. And then I want to make sure. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. He asked, can you show how you had them side by side? I was just getting ready to come in here and see. Okay, so if you, whatever section you're on, if you click on the section and click settings, up here in the options, there is a button that says spread to columns. So if you turn that on, it'll spread it to the columns, like how I have mine. Like that. So if you guys want some of these up here, like the preferred contact method, if you want that to be columns as well, click on it, click settings, go to the options, and click spread to columns. And it does let you select how many columns you want. So let's see what it would look like if we just had one. Okay, that doesn't look good. 2 columns, 3 columns, 4. Okay. Yeah, so pretty simple. Like I said, you guys just go in here and play around and you will get everything figured out. It's pretty easy. Okay, let's see. So we add, so anyway, yeah, you guys can add other options. These are just some basic ones. Let's see. Now we want to know where they're departing from, which that's pretty important. So let's see here, departing from, this is going to be We're just going to do a text box for this one. That's how I did it on my form. So that way they can just go ahead and enter, the city and state that they're departing from themselves. Or if they had if they weren't sure of where they wanted to depart from, they could type in 2 different destinations or whatever, because it's a text box. So they'll be able to put in what they want. So we're just going to do a short text. Okay, we're going to drag and drop this, and then we're going to put departing from. And same thing with this one. If we wanted to turn this, let's see. Okay, align it to the left, we could do that, so it kind of looks like how mine looked. Okay, so now we know where they're departing from. Also, I did want to show you guys this really quick. So if you ever are asking them a question and you want to give like a small example down here, so for example, like if you wanted to put example, just to give them like an example, you can do that, and it'll show like example. Or if you just want to I don't know, let's see what I did. Okay, so I just put, where are you departing from? Basically, I just asked a question again for them. But there's different things that I did. So for example, for this one, which destination did you have in mind? I put list all countries or cruise or cities you are seeking a quote for. So just to kind of like either give them an example or explain the question further, so that way you're not having a huge long question typed out, which I did do on some of mine, which I probably shouldn't have. Okay, so now the next thing I asked was, are you planning a group trip? And 10 or more is a group. So let's go over here, because it's always nice to know, if it's a group or not, because that kind of changes things a little bit. So we're going to do a single choice is what we want. Single choice. And we're going to put, are you planning a group trip? And then you guys can just kind of put in quotes, 10 or more of a group, consists of a group. Oops. And then change the options. The options I had set are yes, no, as of now, yes, or oops, or as of now, no. And that's basically like if they're not sure. So and if you accidentally add in another section, all you have to do is, oops, let me show you. Add option. If you type something in and you don't want that there, if you just come down here, you can click the X and it will close it. Or if you guys, maybe. That's going to drive me crazy now. Well, it should let you close it, but it's not letting me. Backspace, there, it went away. Or if you guys wanted to rearrange some of these, you guys could do that too. Whatever you guys want to do, however you guys want to customize it. And then we can do, the next option I had was which destination they're going to. So I usually do a long paragraph on this one for them, a long text, because who knows, they might want to add some other information. So we could put which destination are you, what destination did you have in mind? And then like I did on my original form, I put list all countries for cities you are seeking a quote for. And of course, we need to have the departure and return dates. So this makes this super easy because over here we have a date picker. So we can just drag and drop. And the title of this one can be departure date. And then, so basically they'll be able to, if you actually preview your form, just to see how it looks, they'll be able to come in here and select whatever date they're wanting to depart. So they'll be able to select it. And then same thing for return date. We'll do another date picker and we'll do return date. So we know what dates they're wanting to leave and return on. Okay. So I think you guys understand how to do the single choice options because we did it here. We did it here. So I think you guys kind of understand how to do that. So I just want to show you a few things here. So departure date, return date. And then the next thing I asked was, are your travel dates flexible? At the very end, I will open up each tab just in case you guys want to screenshot the questions or write them down, whatever you guys want to do. Because I'm not going to go through each question and add it to the form, but I will do something out of each section. Okay, so the next question I asked was, are your travel dates flexible? Yes, no, maybe. And then what is their budget? So for this one, I just did an open text. So we just did a short text right here, drag and drop, and ask them, what is your budget? So that way they can enter the amount in. I usually do like an example. So for the example, you can put 35 to, I usually like them to do a range, not just like one set amount. So that's why I usually put the example on there. So, but that's how I did that for the budget, just that way they can type it in themselves. And then of course the payment options. I had them, you know, let me know which payment option they're wanting, full payment, deposit with payment, or monthly payments if applicable. I can't say that word. And they can select multiple ones. So if, you know, if they want to do monthly payments, but it's not an option, then they can select full payment or whatever, or deposit with payment plan. And so for that, for the payment options, obviously it's just going to be a multiple choice box. So it's pretty easy. You guys can just fill in the blanks for that with the different options. Okay, so now we're going to go down and skip to traveler information, which is just basically the number of adults, number of children, and everybody's name, birthdays, and all that information. I'm going to show you how to input this box and a couple other things on here. So we are going to go down here and grab our section collapse element, is what it's called. Put that in here, and this is going to be the travel. What I say was traveler information. Yeah, traveler information. All right, you guys, I want some feedback. Easy, hard so far? I mean, pretty simple, drag and drop stuff, pretty easy. Or you guys confused, lost? If you guys can put some feedback in the chat box for me. Simple, simple, awesome. Okay, good. Yes. Awesome. That is what I want to hear. I think it's pretty easy myself. Good. Okay, so we need to know how many adults, how many children, obviously. I gotta kind of speed up here. I've almost been on here for an hour already, you guys. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So for, let's see, for the number of children and number of adults, we're just going to insert the number box, obviously. I'm just going to put in a number. So you guys can just put number of adults, input the same box, and put number of children. And then for the box with the traveler information, let me see which one I did. It's been a minute since okay, right here, it's a table is how I did it. So right here where it says input table, we're just going to drag and drop that in there. And you guys can add some rows. Oops. So this is going to be traveler information, and we're going to do traveler 1 through 10 is what I did. So just so you guys can get an idea, traveler number 1, and then just keep going. I went all the way to 10, but 10 is kind of like a group. So if you guys don't want to do all the way to 10, you don't have to. And then if you guys need to add more rows, all you have to do is click add row and then just keep typing in the information. So it's pretty easy. And then up here at the top, we're going to do full name, date of birth. And we're going to change this to full name. We're going to go over here. This is going to be the date of birth. This one was passport. What was it? Passport number. Passport number. If flying outside of US. So I'm not going to give you guys my template only because I want you guys to create your own. I want it to be your own, but I will let you take photos of my template. At the end, I will hold it up, let you guys take screenshots or however you guys want to do it. So that way, if you guys are on your computer, I can tell you how to take the screenshot. It's super easy. So you guys can at least reference from mine. And then I added a few other things. I added the TSA pre-check number if I cannot say that word, you guys. We're just gonna skip that word. I did date of birth over here, didn't I? Yes. Okay. So obviously we don't want these little bubbles in here. We need to change that to text boxes. So if we come over here to fields, let's see, we can select right now, it's, you know, the little bubbles, checkbox. We can do drop down menus or text box. And that's what we want it to be. So that way they can actually enter in information. But see, that was super easy how I made that template. And that's just how I did mine over here. And then of course, you guys can always preview it and check it out. And that's what it would look like. Super easy. Okay. And then, you know, children's ages, discounts, which we just did a multiple choice box on that one. Let's see. Our passports updated. I did a drop down box on that one. But honestly, for something like this, you wouldn't even have to do a drop down box if you didn't want to. You could just say our passports updated and have the multiple choice selection if you guys wanted to. And then I went to airline preferences. As far as dragging and dropping everything, do you guys have that down, or should I be doing some more examples of things? because I know that just the first couple of sections did take quite a bit of time, and I didn't think it was going to. But I can continue doing more if you guys want to. So let's see. Preferred airline, I did, you know, all the different airlines. And if you guys want to take a screenshot of that at the end, I can actually hold that up for you so you guys can see all the different airlines I had in there. Okay, why are you confused? I want to help you. Are you confused on how your client's going to fill this out and how you're going to get it?
No, just how to, this is Karen Gaynor. I'm just confused on how to set it up. I've never done anything like this before. So, but I'm not real tech savvy because I'm 64 years old. So there you go.
That's okay. I promise you it is not hard. It seems like a lot at first, but literally all you're doing is dragging and dropping things. So I know I'm going through it kind of quickly, but if you're actually watching the recording, you can just pause it, watch how I did something, and then, you know, I mean, this is just an option. This is not how you guys have to gather your client's information. This is just what I personally do. You know, you can be as simple as getting out pen and paper and getting them on the phone and get the information. You know, people that just want to do things from their computer or phone, this is just an option for that. So maybe if you're wanting to do this, maybe doing the watching the recording and pausing and starting it back up again, pausing and starting back up again as you're actually following along and doing it. I think it'll be much easier for you to kind of understand. So does everybody understand the drag and drop concept? I think I did a lot of that. You guys just really need to play around with it. What I really want you guys to understand is, let's see, Charity, what are you saying?
I was telling my mother that I could do it on Zoom. Karen is my mom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's okay, no worries.
Okay, so yeah, and I can work with anybody one-on-one too, of course. Like I totally will if you guys really want to like sit down one-on-one and have me help you walk you through this. If I didn't explain it well, you know, maybe if we're on Zoom one-on-one, I can help.
Thank you, Destiny. I may call on you, but yes, I am definitely going to use this recording. And
I promise when you're going through it yourself, it will be much easier.
Charity will tell you that I'm the kind of person that I have to have hands on and see it too. And then once I get it and I run with it. So there you go.
Oh no, I completely understand. Okay, so now that you guys understand the drag and drop, I want to, after you guys are finished with your form, literally all you're going to do is come down here to publish, and you guys are going to click, wait, let's go to settings really quick. Let me make sure I don't forget anything. Oh yeah, we can, you know, you can change your form title if you want. This is optional stuff. Travel request form. And then literally all we're going to do is publish our form. And once you click publish, it's pretty much published because now this is your form link. So you can copy this link. And let's say we were emailing a client. I'm just going to send this to Krista. Let me show you what I would do. And then we'll do screenshots because I know you guys are anticipating the screenshots. Travel request form. And then you guys could, of course, attach a little paragraph that you would say to your clients. and then you guys will just paste the link in there. And they'll click on that link, and when they click on that link, it's going to pop up your form. So I know it kind of looks a little dull and blank, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. So of course you guys can go in and edit it and make it like mine. Once they fill this form out, it's actually really easy. They'll fill it out completely, and I'm just going to show you really quick. I'm going to send it to myself. I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see. Okay. And then travel information, they can enter in, you know, names or whatever. I'm just entering a bunch of random information so you guys can see. Okay. So, and then you would submit. Okay, so this is the screen they would see after they filled out the information. It would just thank them, and then you would get the information in your email. So right here it is, JotForm. Oops. Travel request form. And this is how the information is going to look. Okay, so it's going to have their name, their address, their email, how they want to be contacted, and everything's just going to be in one long, it's going to be all on one long page, and you'll be able to see each question that was asked and the answer they put. So it's super easy. And then literally all you guys can do is look at this information and go to your vendors and have this on hand, and you guys can be creating their quotes. Okay. And for quotes, I just put mine in an email. I just add everything to an email, make it look nice, and that's how I do my quotes. I attach a couple photos and things like that. Okay, so are you guys ready to screenshot? I know you guys have been waiting. How many have I created so far? How many jot forms? So for the jot form, you only have to create it one time. You're only going to create the jot form one time. And then when you log into your account, this is the one we just created. When you log into your account, if you ever want to send it to somebody, you can click on more, and you can click on, let's see. I don't want to publish it. I want to share it. Oh, yeah. Just click on more and click view. And then this link up here in the URL is what you're going to share. Okay. I mean, it's the exact same link that I sent myself in an email. But yeah, that's the link that you're going to, it's just the website link. That's the link you're going to share. And this is what they'll fill out. So it's pretty simple. Okay, so let's do screenshots. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this specific screen, just so you can see all the different tabs. If you're on a computer, on your keyboard, there should be a button that says up in the top right hand corner at the very, very top set of buttons, you should have a button that says PRT SCN. It's like abbreviation for print screen. PRT SCN, and that is actually just going to take a screenshot, and it will save it to your computer. Does everybody, unless you're on your phone, then you guys can just screenshot it on your phone. Yes, I can definitely do that. Did everybody get this screenshotted? Because if so, we'll go ahead and go through each tab so you guys can screenshot. Okay, contact information. This is the contact information I asked. I'm going to try to get it all on one page here. Go ahead and screenshot that. And then we're going to do the next tab. I'm going to go through this kind of quickly, guys. So try to keep up. Basic trip information. This is our basic trip information. Let's see. Yeah, this is all of it right here. And then we're going to do our traveler information. These are all of the questions right there. Traveler information. Okay, hopefully you guys are getting these. If I'm going too fast, let me know. Airline, that's what we got for airline. Super simple and short. And then we're going to do car rental. Accommodations, certain things that they're wanting. And if you guys stay on after the recording, we will do a short Q&A if you guys have any questions about this. Next thing is activities. And then the last thing I put was last minute details, anything that they wanted to add. Okay, so that is the basics on how to create this form. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing and you guys kind of understood that. I didn't realize how long it was going to take to walk through it. But I appreciate you guys all staying through the entire thing and really understanding how the form works and how easy it is to get your client's information using one of these. You only have to create it one time and that's it. So, and then you guys can send the same form out to 100 different clients if you wanted to, and you'll get each submission that, or each time they submit it, you'll get it in your email with all that information. So it's a really good way to stay organized. One more thing before we close the recording, I do want to show you guys after you get somebody that has submitted the form, you can also get it in your email, but you also can log into your JotForm, and right here, I'm going to show you guys my old form. If you click on more, you can actually click on submissions, and this is going to show everybody that has submitted the form previously. So for example, somebody submitted the form right here, and I can click view. Why it's not opening? Well, usually if you click on it, there you go, and click view, it will actually open up the information, and you can view it here too, and you can see all the submissions. So they'll always be there for you guys to look at. But other than that, that is all I have. If you guys have questions, stick around and I'll answer those for you. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. Hopefully you guys all got that. Did everybody get the screenshots? Okay, you are welcome. Thank you guys so much.